now I'm not sure if the cameras have been damaged, but we will know that after we complete the repair of this device. As always, for a camera glass replacement, we need to hit the camera glass first, and then we need to pick a position to start inserting our tool. I chose to start here because it is already open, and this is the easiest way that we can start removing the piece of glass safely and without adding any extra scratch on the frame of the device. After the first piece of glass out, we need to hit the device again. I was hitting the device for less than 1 minute to make sure that the camera glass area is warm, and I started to use my green scalpel. Using the green scalpel to remove the broken glass is easier because it is small, sharp, and it gives me a lot of precision while going under the camera glass and lifting the piece of glass together. You need to be very careful while removing the piece of glass because a lot of dust created by cracking glass is present while removing the broken glass on the Pixel 6 Pro. The Pixel 6 and 6 Pro camera glass is glued with a double-sided tape to the frame of the device. Google is using two kinds of double-sided tape to attach the camera glass with the frame of the device. There is one set of double-sided tape that goes on the edge of the camera glass, and that one is made out of rubber. It is different than the other double-sided tape that you can see on the screen right now. The other double-sided tape is the most common double-sided tape that we have on smartphones, and that one is easily removable, but Google is using two double-sided tape, and I think this is overkill and it makes things difficult to remove and replace the camera glass on the 6 and the 6 Pro. Like I say in my other videos, after a while you need to reheat the camera glass in order to have it warmed up and make sure that the removal process of the broken camera glass is easier on you. I think for a very large camera glass like this, coupled with a lot of double-sided tape, it will be better to use some heat resistance tape on top of the camera glass. That will make sure that the dust produced by cracking the glass is not directly falling onto the camera's module. But I think the safest way to remove the camera glass and change it is to do a teardown, a complete teardown of this device. The complete teardown of the device is going to take you approximately 1 hour, and that is if you safely remove the screen of the device without getting any damage on the screen. After that, you can start working on the camera glass, clean everything without having any kind of materials, broken glass, dust created by cracking the glass falling onto any component of this device. The risk of damaging the cameras are medium while removing the camera glass on this device. If you have a lot of dust, cracked glass falling onto the camera's module, you can have a kind of permanent damage on the cameras, and after a while you might have to replace 1 or 2 or even 3 of the cameras on this device. While removing the broken glass on this device, you need to be careful where you insert your tool to avoid any damage to the cameras, to avoid touching the cameras, and make sure that you work in a way to minimize the amount of cracked glass, dust that can fall inside and eventually gather around the camera module. And I think these phone manufacturers need to start thinking about repairing the camera glass. While repairing the camera glass, there are a lot of things that can fall onto the cameras and eventually damage the camera's module. They need to think of a way to protect the cameras while removing the broken camera glass, or completely seal the cameras to avoid anything from entering and lying on the sensors of these cameras. But I think they will not do it because they will just change the frame of this device and accomplish the camera glass replacement. Click on the next video for the replacement of the camera glass.